So this is probably very strange to be doing yoga from a computer, but we do what we can to make sure that you guys get what you need, to get the yoga you need, to get the relaxation that you need, especially with everything going on right now. So everything's kind of changing right now, and that's throwing us all off, especially from our first chakra, that energy center that tells you that you are safe, the world is safe, and when everyone around you is telling you it's not, it can really throw that off. So we're going to do a lot of grounding poses today to make you feel a lot more in your body, a lot more safe with everything going on. So what's really nice about being at home is just because you don't have yoga props necessarily doesn't mean that you can't still do yoga. And although I do have my yoga props, I opted to show you an example of what you can do if you don't. So I just grabbed a couch cushion today. Doesn't look like much, but you can do a lot with it. Some gentle restorative poses. And we're just working with what we have here. And truthfully, we can always do yoga from home. There are a lot of little things we can do. If you need a bolster, you can roll a pillow all the way up. So once you have whatever props you feel like you might need, we're gonna go ahead and get started. And one extra little benefit of doing this from home is I can actually have all of my crystal yoga bowls here because they're usually too much to carry. So let's go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. Relaxing the shoulders down the back, hugging the core in to support the spine, tucking the tailbone under to relax the nervous system, bringing the top of the head parallel with the ceiling, gently dipping that chin towards your chest as you begin to deepen the breath into the body. And the breath we'll be using today is Ujjayi Pranayama. That is ocean breath, that deep yogic breath where you gently constrict the back of the throat as if you're fogging a mirror. So it's going to sound something like this. When we do this breath, we're actually both warming the body and we're calming the body. This is really great for anxiety, to help with relaxation. And it just kind of gives us a bit more power over how we react to situations. So when you feel like you need that deep breath, if something's really upsetting you, you just constrict the back of the throat. And calm yourself with that breath. If at all today the mind begins to wander, just bring the focus back to that breath. And just do a scan of the body now. Noticing each and every part of the body, the joints, the hips, the shoulders, the neck. Just noticing and bringing them into your awareness. Are there any areas where you're holding tension in the body? Any areas of tightness, of discomfort? Just noticing, being present with the body, giving the body whatever you feel it needs here. And then taking a moment to set your intention for this practice today. What do you want to gain from this practice? This is called the Sankalpa. So breathing this and repeating it 3 times in your head to set it into place. And once you've repeated it 3 times, just letting it go. Trusting that it will be there, and there's nothing more you need to do to make it happen. So before we start our grounding poses, we're going to work with the upper body, especially since everybody's kind of working from home right now. There's a lot of hunching over the desks and the computers. So on the inhale, bring the head up and around on the neck. Exhaling down and around. Inhaling up and around. Exhaling down and around, continuing at your own pace, working with the breath. And if you come across any sore areas in the neck, taking a moment to stretch them out, giving the body whatever you feel it needs here. Breathing into those stretches. deposits breaking down, the air releasing from within the vertebrae. Switching directions, working with the breath, inhaling up and around. Exhaling down and around. Working at your own pace. Breathing into the body, directing that breath into the stretch. Once again, pausing in any areas that need a bit of an extra stretch here. And then bringing the head back to center. Once again, noticing both sides of the neck. Inhaling here. Exhaling, dropping the head over to the side. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale, bringing it to the outside of the right ear. Walk that right hand away from the body. Breathing into the stretch here. You can always tuck the chin forwards to deepen the stretch. You can walk the hand further away or closer into the body, depending on what you need. Just giving the body whatever you feel it needs here. And breathing. You might feel the breath naturally deepening. You might feel the poses naturally deepening with the breath. The body speaks to you and gives you exactly what it needs. Good. Inhaling, releasing. Exhale, drop the head over to the right side now. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bringing it to the outside of the left ear. Walk that left arm away from the body. And breathe here. Maybe dipping the chin towards the chest to deepen the pose. Maybe walking the hand a little bit further away. Maybe bringing it in closer to the body. Whatever you feel the body needs here. And again, breathing. Always coming back to that breath if the mind begins to wander. Opening up the upper body with the breath. Just settling into the body here. One more deep inhale. Exhale, releasing that. And then inhale the arms up to the sky, open through the heart. Join the hands together, turn them away from the body, and get that nice deep stretch here. Opening through the shoulders. On the exhale, release the hands and bring the arms down slowly with the breath. Inhaling, bringing the arms up to the sky, joining the hands together, turning them away from the body. Opening through the heart, turn the gaze up to the sky. Deep inhale. Exhale, releasing that back down slowly. Good. One more time. Inhaling those arms up, opening through the heart, joining the hands together, turning them away from the body. Looking up to the sky, stretching here, deep inhale. Exhale, releasing the arms down slowly. Good. And from here, we're going to go ahead and come to the hands and the knees. And on the inhale, bring the head and the hips up to the sky. Exhaling, rounding the back, dropping the head on the neck. Inhale, arching the back, opening through the heart, bringing those hips up to the sky. Exhale, hugging the core in and rounding. Continuing at your own pace, flowing through the body, working with the breath. Maybe slowing down the breath to deepen the movements here. Doing this 3 more times. 1, inhaling. Exhaling. 2. Good. 1 more time. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. Coming back to center on the inhale. Exhale, pressing back. Take that pillow under you. Bring the arms and the head over the pillow. And relax down here into child's pose. You can turn your head to one side if you need, but if you choose to do this, make sure to switch it in a minute to the other side to get the stretch on both sides. And you're just going to stay in this pose here as I continue to play the singing bowls. And we'll spend a couple minutes in this pose, so if you need to adjust your child's pose at all, whether that's bringing the knees further out to the sides, the arms further out in front of you, you can do so now. And then just relax down. Breathing into the body. Sinking into the earth. This is one of the most grounding yoga poses. It really allows you to hold yourself. Like I always say, this pose allows you to feel as if you were in the womb, like when you were a child. That's why it's called child's pose. It reminds us of what it is like to be held as a child. And so often in life, we walk around looking for somebody to remind us that it's going to be okay, to hold us in the toughest moments. In reality, we can hold ourselves. We can comfort ourselves. We have that ability, even when we doubt it. We are stronger than we realize. Just coming back to that breath here, and in this pose you can feel the belly rising and falling. With this breath, sinking deeper, relaxing further, grounding down into the body. With each inhale, breathing in love and light. With each exhale, releasing anything that no longer serves you. You can imagine whatever no longer serves you just coming out through the forehead, down into the earth, releasing completely. And maybe you walk those fingertips a little bit further away. Maybe you press the hips further back. If you have your head to the side, take this moment now to turn it to the other side if you have yet to do so. And once again, relax into this pose. Finding a place where you can settle here for a bit. Allowing this pose to restore the body, to hold you. Giving yourself that love that you deserve. Because you do. You deserve it. And there's nothing more you need to do to prove that to anybody. You deserve this relaxation. You deserve to let go. You are more than enough as you are. You are beautiful inside and out. Perfect in every imperfection. You are amazing. Breathing that in. Taking these last few deep breaths here. And then inhaling, slowly rising back up to hands and knees. And on the exhale, turn the feet out to the sides, gently bringing the knees out to the sides. Allow the forearms to come down to the earth or to the pillow and press back to open up the hips. Keep those feet flexed to protect the hamstrings here. When you have those feet flexed, it locks the hamstrings into place so that you can't overextend them. Just taking a few deep breaths as you relax down here. Bring your forehead either to the pillow or just relax it on the neck, maybe pressing a little bit further back. Letting go into this deep hip opener. And just staying here as I continue to play the singing bowls. Take this time to feel those hips opening up. And when we open the hips, you may feel that you have emotion coming up. We store so much stress and emotion in the hips, in the joints, throughout the body. And when we choose to open them up, we can let it go. Coming up, if you do, you don't need to worry. It's not coming up to stay there, it's coming up to be released. And this is a powerful thing. We have the option to let go, to face whatever we've been hiding from ourselves, whatever we've been scared of facing. Just a little bit more, whether that's bringing the knees further out to the sides, whether that's pressing into the forearms to come further into the pose. Whatever that is for you, just allowing, just sinking deeper and breathing. In restorative yoga, we hold these poses for longer to restore the body, to refresh, to release anything that no longer serves us. It's typically used to help heal the body. That might be after an injury. That might just be giving the body something it hasn't had before. Could be relaxation. It could just be being still with the body. The more often that we are present with the body, the more often that we allow it to just be still, more that we can come to terms with our thoughts. We often have these feelings like we need to move and go and just get to wherever it is we need to be next. And when we sit still in restorative or yin yoga, we're forced to face those feelings. Why is it that we feel like we need to keep moving? Why is it that we feel like we can't sit still? By being still in the body, we become aware of these thoughts. And if the mind appears to get louder, just be present with it. It gets louder because we're becoming more aware of the thoughts. It's not that anything new is happening. It's simply that you're bringing more awareness. And so this is powerful and necessary. Just keep breathing, sinking deeper. Letting go further with each breath. And then taking your time. On the next inhale, taking your time to gently bring those knees back in towards one another, carefully tucking those feet back in. Pressing back up to hands and knees. We're going to slide those legs through. Give them a shake to release them. Good. Rolling the feet on the ankles. On the inhale, flex them. On the exhale, point them. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Good. One more time. Inhale, flexing. Exhale, pointing. We really don't pay enough attention to the ankles, and yet they hold us up. So every now and then, just giving a little bit of flexibility into them really helps the body. Now take your pillow or your prop, place it on the legs. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards, reaching for the feet. Relax the head on the neck. And just breathe here. And we're gonna hold this pose as I continue to play the bowls. Breathing into the pose. Feeling those legs opening, keeping those feet flexed to protect the hamstrings. Sinking deeper and deeper with each exhale. With each inhale, the spine lengthens, and with each exhale, we can sink deeper. And this is how we keep from crunching through the back, from rounding too far. Sinking further with the breath, allow those muscles to just melt. Allow the head to relax further. If you can't reach for the feet, remember you can always just reach for the legs. Flexibility is different for every person in yoga. And yoga is not about how flexible you can be, but instead how you use the flexibility that you do have. My yoga mentor always says that the less flexible you are, the luckier you are. Because you can get right into that pose, reach your edge right there and relax into it. Whereas the more flexible you are, the harder it is to feel the pose. You just have to keep reaching and reaching. So wherever you are here, just settling in, deepening the breath, relaxing further, sinking over your pillow, noticing how the back of the body feels here. Do you feel that back opening up, releasing? As you lengthen through the spine, as you elongate through the back of the body. Continuing to let go with each exhale. Breathing in love and light and healing energy with each inhale. Taking just a few more deep breaths here. Maybe seeing if you can go just a little bit further into the pose. And then taking your time. On the next inhale, slowly making your way back up. Exhale, rolling the shoulders down the back. Good. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and move that pillow. And we're going to tuck the feet over to the right. In mermaid pose. So we're keeping the knees bent here. We're keeping the feet flexed. Take the hands, walk them out to the sides, and then back behind you. Again, if you feel your back cracking at all, it's the calcium deposits being broken down and the air being released from within the vertebrae. So with these poses, we can find the little movements with the breath. We can inhale and lengthen, and exhale and twist. And we're moving through the kidneys here. We're wringing out the toxins like a towel filled with water that you're just squeezing out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk those hands further back behind you. Good. The last thing you're going to turn behind you is the gaze. Go as far back as you can until you can't go any further. And then just finding the little movements here with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Continue at your own pace as I continue to play the bowls for you. Twisting deeper and deeper. Wringing out those toxins of the body. promoting health within the body and a stronger immune system with all of this craziness going on. We're really taking ownership over the body here, giving it what it needs, giving it love, the love that it deserves. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Seeing if you can come just a little bit deeper, and then maybe closing the eyes to relax into the pose. Noticing any thoughts coming up for you here and just allowing them to float by like a movie. Just making their way by without putting too much attachment, too much focus, too much judgment, just letting it be there. There's nothing that you have to change. There's nothing that you have to do. We're just staying present here. We're going to take one more very deep inhale, lengthening. One more deep exhale, twisting deeper. And then on the inhale, slowly unwinding back to center, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, bring those legs out in front of you. Bring the arms up overhead. We're going to shake that out. And then we're going to tuck the feet over to the left. Bending the knees, flexing the feet to protect the hamstrings. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rounding the back, twisting. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. We're moving through the core here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. And continuing to work within this pose, finding the little movements, wringing out the toxins as I continue to play these bowls for you. Noticing any thoughts coming up for you. Noticing any emotions within the body as you come deeper into the poses. The last thing that turns behind you is your gaze. And then relaxing into the pose here. Maybe allowing the eyes to close. Bringing out those toxins and breathing. Just breathing. Listening to the bowls. Maybe twisting a little bit deeper. By scene, breath by breath, staying present with the body, with the mind, taking just a few more deep breaths here. Exhale, deepening. One more time. Deep inhale, lengthen. Deep exhale, twisting. And then slowly unwinding on the inhale, back to center. Exhale, bring those legs out in front of you. Bring the arms up and overhead. And shake that up. Good. And then from here, we're going to bring the feet flat together. The knees out to the sides in bound angle pose. Keep those feet flexed. Bring them as close to the body as you possibly can. And from here, we're going to inhale the arms up, open through the heart, turn that gaze up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. See if you can bring the forearms to the ground. From here, maybe bring those arms further out in front of you. You can always rest the head on a pillow if you need. You can keep it flat on the ground, or you can turn it onto its side. Whatever you need here. And relax down as you open those hips. Stretching through the joints, maybe grabbing the knees and gently pulling them back just a little bit before sinking deeper. This is a very grounding pose, and it also opens up that second chakra, that second energy center of creativity, fluidity. That first chakra of grounding. And that third chakra, our energy center of power. It's what keeps us going and moving forwards. Breathing. Maybe sinking deeper, resting that head down, closing the eyes. Allowing whatever comes up to just float by. Noticing where you feel the stretch in the body and what it brings up for you. So if you have any adjustments to make at all, now would be the time. And then just sinking deeper. Allowing the body to melt down into the earth. As if you're planting yourself, as if you're a seed being planted into the earth and you're going to grow bigger and brighter, spreading your petals. Taking just a few more deep breaths here. With each inhale lengthening, with each exhale sinking deeper into the earth. Bringing your head all the way down. The singing bowl a bit so I can demonstrate. A little bit more. There we go. And resting into the pose. Feeling that back opening up. Giving your body whatever you feel it needs. And we're going to take 3 more deep breaths. Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, sinking deeper. Inhaling. Exhaling. One last time, inhaling, holding it. Exhaling, sinking deeper. And on the inhale, we're going to rise up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, rolling the shoulders down the back. From here, we're going to inhale the feet out to the sides, flexing those feet to protect the hamstrings. We do this in a lot of the poses. And once you've seen just how far you can bring those legs out without hurting them, finding just that right pose for you here, inhale those arms up. Exhale, reaching for the left foot. If you can't quite reach the toes, you can always just reach for the leg, as long as we're not crunching to reach. but using the flexibility in the body naturally. If you can reach the toes, wonderful. If not, you can reach for the leg. And we always have the option to take that pillow to the leg and rest over it. Relaxing into the pose. This is opening both the leg and the back of the body. And then relax down here into the pose. Breathing, noticing where you feel the stretch, feeling that leg opening up, feeling the upper body opening, the shoulders opening, the arms lengthening, deepening the breath as you deepen the pose. With each inhale, the spine lengthens. With each exhale, we sink a little bit deeper. For another minute, so if you have any adjustments to make, now would be the time. And then find a place of stillness within the pose, where you can hold this pose. Allowing the eyes to close and releasing down into it. Just being still with the body, noticing what it is that you feel, what is coming up for you by being still. What thoughts come through the mind here? Just noticing and breathing with it. The body speaks, and when we listen, we're able to give it exactly what it asks for. Lengthening. One more deep exhale, sinking just a little bit deeper. And then on the inhale, we're going to rise up, opening through the heart. Take that pillow to the other leg if you're using one. And then exhale, resting over the pillow. Settling down into the pose, taking your time. Again, if you can't reach that foot, just reach for the leg and relax. And wherever you are in this pose is more than enough. Just find exactly the right place here for you, listening to the body. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to release down. Resting into the pose, restoring the body as you take your time here. Starts to wander. Allowing the side of the body to open up with each inhale. Allowing the body to sink deeper with the exhales. Melting down as the muscles just melt into the body. The muscles hug into the bones. We reach further, letting go completely into the pose. Taking just a few more deep breaths here. Settling down with each exhale. Deep inhale, inhale, lengthening. One more deep exhale, coming just a little bit deeper. And then slowly rising back up on the inhale, bringing both arms up to the sky. Exhale, releasing them down slowly with the breath. Bring the hands beneath the knees to gently pull the legs in towards one another and shake them out. And from here, we're going to take our pillow or our prop, whatever you're using, and lay back over it, finding just the right spot here. Allow the arms to come up and over or out to the sides, and relax all the way down. Finding a comfortable place. This will be our final pose before Shavasana. We'll hold it for a few minutes. So just letting go, being present in the body. Sounds of the bowls flow through the body. Just staying present with them. As you lay over the pillow, and just being vulnerable here with this open heart. When we lay with our heart open, we're doing something that our bodies are just not used to. We're so used to hunching over throughout the day, subconsciously protecting our heart. But when we open up like this, we're able to really be present with the body, to notice the love that we hold within the heart for the people in our lives around us, but also for ourselves. Loving yourself is not always the easiest thing to do, but it is doable. And the more that you take the time to be present with the body, with the mind, the more that you can be present in loving yourself, being aware of what you need to believe that you are worthy of love, because you are. You are more than enough just as you are. Taking just a few more deep breaths here in this pose. Stretching through the arms up above you as you lay over your prop here. Taking one more deep inhale, one more deep exhale, and then on the inhale, slowly rising up, taking that pillow out from under you, exhaling back down to the mat. And as you lay here on the mat, I want you to take the time to really relax, allowing the legs to fall out to the sides, the arms to slide down by the sides, the palms to face the ceiling as you lay here on the mat. And usually at this point in the class is when I come around to adjust everybody in Shavasana. But I'm going to teach you right now how to do these adjustments for yourself. So as you lay on the mat, allow the hands to come up under the neck. Gently pressing the fingers right where the neck and the top of the head meet, and press. Again, you'll be laying down on the mat here, gently pressing into the head. Hold all the weight of your head up with your hands. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring them back down. And then take the thumbs to the forehead and press them down and away, splitting the thumbs away, opening through the forehead, pressing down behind the ears, bring the fingers through the hair, and then let that go. Relax the arms down by the sides, releasing the shoulders down, the chin tucked slightly towards the chest. And as you lay down on your mat here in Shavasana, I will continue to play the bowls for you. So just releasing further with each exhale, imagining a light of any color that feels healing for you. Starting in the toes, moving up through the body, and everything that this light touches is instantly relaxed, instantly healed as it moves through the toes into the tops of the feet, the arches, heels, and ankles, the shins and the calves, the knees and the thighs, the hips, the hamstrings, into the lower back and the belly, the middle back and ribs, the upper back and the chest into the shoulders, the upper arms, the elbows and the forearms, the wrists, hands and fingers, moving through the tips of the fingers, surrounding the body in light and love and healing energy. The light moves through the heart center now, warming the heart into the neck and the throat, the chin and the jaw, the mouth, the lips, the nose and the space behind the nose, the eyes sinking back into the head, the forehead, the crown of the head, the entire body fully relaxed and glowing in light. As you let go completely and simply be in this moment here and now, just as you are, simply be and let go completely. body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. Bring the arms up and overhead, stretching through the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And then hugging the knees into the chest, gently rolling side to side on your mat, rolling to whichever side feels good for you. And taking a moment on that side to reflect on the intention that you set at the beginning of practice today. Was it able to be reached? And what can you do to bring more of this intention into your life each and every day? And then taking your time, slowly making your way up to a comfortable seated position. And as you do so, relaxing the shoulders down the back, hugging the core in, tucking the tailbone, bringing the top of the head parallel with the ceiling, gently tucking the chin towards the chest. Doing a gentle scan of the body now versus at the beginning of the class today. Does it feel more open, more relaxed? And then just take this moment to remind yourself that you are amazing. Reminding yourself that you deserve to be held and loved. That you deserve this time to really take care of yourself, especially with everything going on. You do not need to explain yourself to anybody. You are more than enough just as you are. You are perfect in every imperfection. You are beautiful inside and out. You are truly amazing and a gift to this world and everybody around you. Breathing that in, reminding yourself of this. I'd like to thank you so very, very much for joining me in this practice today. The light in me sees the light in you, and together we shine brighter. Namaste.